let's stand. Let's go roll call. Call to order, roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Present.
Mr. Kubicki?
Present.
Ms. Hughes?
Present.
All right, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First, I make a motion that we approve the regular meeting minutes of August 16, 2022. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Brian, second.
Oh, okay.
Roll call.
Fight over it.
Ms. Hughes? Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
Okay, then we move on to open forum.
Oh, so let's see. I have our neighbor, Jack Fuchs. Oh, did you want to make any comment, or did you just sign in?
I just signed it.
Oh, okay. Then I don't think we have any open forum.
Okay. Okay, then we move on to reports. First, we start with the fiscal officer report with Ms. Heaton.
Thank you. August is the midpoint of third quarter of the budget year. Our general fund ending balance is $3,166,001, which is an increase of 76% from July, with an asterisk. Restricted fund ending balance is $6,691,065, which is a decrease of 2.4% from July. These funds combined total $9,857,066, which is an increase of 14% from July. Revenues for August are $579,811. Expenses are $619,591. Year-to-date revenues are $7,727,928. Year-to-date expenses, $6,385,517. The second half of our Hamilton County revenue settlement occurred early in August, and these funds are deposited in September. The voter-approved levy revenues do not cover the cost of the township's public services. Our business revenues cover more than 80% of the cost of public services in Columbia Township. Thanks to Columbia Township's success in attracting and supporting businesses, we are able to continue to provide our community with exceptional services at a lower cost. And the asterisk from the general fund ending balance, why it was 76% from July, there was an accounting error in July that resulted in a $1.2 million transfer between funds made twice, which was incorrectly inflating July's decrease in the general fund balance and increased to special fund balance. And this was corrected in August, so September's report next month will reflect a more typical ending balance and percentage change.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions about the fiscal officer's report?
No.
All right, that we move on to the road superintendent report. Is there any questions about Mr. Frazier's, the road superintendent's report?
I just had a couple comments when reading through it that I think are relevant. The crews hauled approximately 59 tons of street sweeping debris for disposal. 59 tons, that's not a typo, that's crazy. They received and put away 293 tons of road salt for the upcoming winter, so we're always ahead of that. That's in storage. We always ordered earlier, if you remember, earlier this year, so we can get a discount on it and be prepared. Given the supply challenges, I think that's a really good business decision. And one other thing is that I'm really happy that the roads are completed on Buckingham and Cambridge. And the fact that we bundled them together, we saved a lot of taxpayer money. We also did what's called a mill and overlay, which is kind of just the top part of the road. We did that on Berwick, which is a shared road with Marymount. And this is a great testament to the partnership we have with the Village of Marymount, that they wanted to do their part of Berwick. And so we partnered with them and did our part of Berwick also. That was a really bad area within Madison Place. a lot of people walk through there, and it was really bad for strollers, as someone that uses a dog stroller, and the children's strollers, and elderly people walk through there a lot. So that's completed too. So a lot of road improvements over the past few weeks in Madison Place. And so the road crew does a great job. I know that they worked over the holiday with that rainstorm. I ran into them while I was going to the coffee shop. They were actually doing hard work and took a picture of them. But you know, we always thank them, and this is another month where we should be thanking them.
Great stuff.
I agree.
Okay, that we move on. We have the administrator's report, but in case anybody doesn't recognize, we have a substitute here. Lauren Allison is filling in for Ms. Taylor, our resident services coordinator. Ms. Taylor's a little under the weather, so anybody got any questions? We're not going to do administrator's report as far as reading it, but anybody got any questions about it?
No.
Okay. Good. All right. Then, any questions about the economic development report from Mr. Montgomery?
No.
That, we move on to the police report with Lieutenant Aber.
Just one thing for this month, October 29th, from 10 to 2, we're going to do the DEA drug take-back program again one more time. We've had some success in the past, at least 3 boxes. It seems like we get of used pills. So if you have any pills that you want to get rid of, family relative has passed on or something like that, to get rid of these things properly. We don't accept syringes and we don't accept the liquid medications, but we do accept the pills.
Where will this be?
It'll be at the Silverton Town Hall on Montgomery Road, 6943 Montgomery Road. That's where our District 4 office is, essentially, where I work at, but it'll be in the parking lot area of the Silverton Town Hall.
What time?
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
That's it.
Any questions? Okay, with that, we move on with Mr. Lamar reporting on the Little Miami Fire District and the Deer Park Silverton Fire District.
Just a couple of things. Chief Sifsky is on vacation, so it's nice to have, is it Captain or Lieutenant Rackley?
It's Captain.
Captain Rackley here, so thank you for coming. He's been with the Little Miami Joint Fire District for a long time and been a big part of the community. Wanted to acknowledge his presence tonight. And then I wanted to mention, I think we've scheduled a chili cook-off at the Little Miami Joint Fire District, October 15th. Thank you, Administrator Lauren. October 15th, we'll have this is tentatively scheduled. A lot more information will be out coming soon. But it will be to kind of get to know the firemen. As you know, there's a levy on the ballot this November. We want to be transparent and let people make an educated decision. This is a way to get out in the community. I've been out in the community with Chief Sifsky numerous times. They're very out in the community and accessible. So if anybody has any questions, they're
October 15th, where exactly and when?
at the Little Miami Joint Fire District Fire Station in Fairfax.
And that is a Saturday or Sunday, what is it?
That is a Saturday at noon.
Noon. Okay.
And we'll have local celebrity judges for the chili cook-off. So it'll be a good time. It's perfect. I mean, what better time to have chili with the firemen than in October,
I
right?
like it.
We're also going to we need to find some people to help make the chili. So if anybody
Residents
has
can enter?
Yeah, residents can enter. We'll be, more information will be out soon. But yeah, we're definitely going to need some contestants here to produce some chili.
Is this a Columbia Township versus Fairfax contest?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It can be a joint competition between both. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how it
More to
goes.
come.
We'll see how the sign up
Save the
works
date-
out.
Save the date, but it'll be a fun event, so as they always are.
And that's all.
Okay. Anything else to add? And we also have Chief Meter out here as well.
Acknowledge Chief Meter.
Because you're taken for granted. So, thank
He's
you.
always here. They do a great job as well.
You got a
servicing the
new
community.
administrator coming. You're turning in our old administrator. Mike Lemon was your temporary administrator, and now you've got Jack Cameron coming in.
Well, looking forward to it. It was nice to work with Mike the short time he was in Silverton. He was great to work with here in Columbia Township. So, from what we understand, the new administrator will be top notch as well.
Yes,
so
he is.
we're looking forward to it.
I'll be over at your offices on Tuesday to meet him, so all good. Okay, that we move on to trustee reports. Anything to report? We'll start with Susan.
No, I don't.
Okay, Brian, go.
I wanted to mention the Bengals tailgate.
That's a very good point.
September 25th, That's a Sunday. The Bengals play the New York Jets. That's a road game. So we're doing a tailgate at 50 West. Everyone is welcome. I think it's 12 to 4. Game starts at 1.
Correct.
I keep looking at Lauren because she's going to keep me honest.
The tailgate starts at like
11.
Yeah, the
4.
game starts at 1, the doors open up at 11.
Okay.
Give some people some time to get there.
And I would say get there early.
Yes.
The tailgate watching party, I guess is what we would call it. And we have some great Bengal guests. We have 3 Ring of Honor Bengal nominees. David Fulcher is going to be there, Jim Breach is going to be there, and James Brooks is going to be there as well as kind of, glad handers of the community to pass out farewell, and hopefully the Bengals start winning again, and that'd be, but it'd still be fun no matter what. Hopefully the weather's great.
Yep. And again, that is in about 2 weeks, September 25th.
September 25th down at 50 West.
Correct.
Okay, anything else? Okay, any questions about the communications? Is there anything we need to add about it?
15th to the 25th.
25th, 2 weeks from this past Sunday.
The tailgate's the 25th, the cook-off is the 15th of October.
And just to give you an idea what the tailgate would be like, there's going to be some things that the Columbia Township residents get that are exclusive from anybody else that goes. I don't know what it is yet. Maybe you do. You're not sure. What are the Columbia Township?
The first 125 Columbia Township residents get access to a buffet that we will have there.
So the first 125 guests get VIP free buffet and some other things, and it will be there'll be kids activities, and there'll be outdoors viewing party, watching the game on a big scoreboard type TV, a nice walkable event to bring the community together down in 50 West. So it should be a blast, and the whole idea is that to try to build this up, and if the Bengals continue to be good, hopefully, then we would continue to do something and kick off maybe even next year the Bengals season before the season even opens. Maybe the first game. Problem we had is some logistic issues, scheduling issues, and the Bengals' first game was home against Pittsburgh. We'd rather have an away game for a big watching party. But it really could be a really amazing event, and that's kind of what we try to tease up and bring the community together and have it fun and try to pick some unique ideas and how we can have Columbia Township events that are unique to everybody else.
It's kid-friendly, it's bike-friendly, it is dog-friendly. So everybody come if you like.
Cats?
No cats allowed.
Birds? All good. Okay.
Only Bengal cats.
All right, and then
That
we're
could get
gonna,
dangerous.
and then we're gonna move on to resolutions.
Can I mention something about communications?
Absolutely.
And I'm sure Mel would have mentioned this if she were here, so I will.
I'm not sure, but go ahead.
And the Cincinnati Enquirer put in the newspaper about Milford having the go-ahead for medical marijuana. And they really promoted Columbia Township, specifically this board, which is Ms. Hughes and Mr. Kubicki. They're quoted in here. One of the reasons they decided to do that is because of the forward thinking of Columbia Township prior to my presence on this board. And so I love the fact that we are a leading community that others are looking after for. I mean, it's $1 million in revenue a year. That is a lot for a township of our size. That goes a long way for this community of 5,000 or less residents. So it's great to see some acknowledgement of the great decisions that have been made in this board. So thank you to both of you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And they did mention, I was proud to see when they said Columbia Township, look no further than Columbia Township being the first and the cutting edge of it. And I guarantee whatever deal we made is way better than the rest of them. So, just because they can't anymore. So we were on the cutting edge of it, so I'm proud of that. All right, now we move on to resolutions, and again, we have our Resident Services Coordinator,
Yes.
Lauren Allison, is filling in, so we'll
Yes.
bear with her. and
Bear with
hopefully-
me, everybody.
Hopefully, she does a
We're
better
gonna
job
try.
than the Bengals long snapper did on Sunday. So, I mean, no pressure, okay?
With a tee off like that, I mean, I just can't do any worse, right?
It's all right. There are only extra points. You
I
can't
hope
miss
I
it.
don't let down the city of Cincinnati with this performance. Okay.
Let's go.
So this is a one reading, and it is Resolution 2246. It is to supplement Resolution 2157 of 2022, Columbia Township 2022 Annual Appropriation and Supplemental Appropriations 2213, 2218, 2219, 2227, 2236, 2239, and 2242. At the title of the resolution, may I have a motion and a second to pass the resolution?
So moved. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
Then we move on to emergency resolution.
Okay, so this is where it gets fun. These are the emergency readings. Do you guys have any questions so far about the emergencies that are on the agenda? Anything popping out to you? Okay. So this one allows us to renew our annual insurance policy. It's Resolution 2245, authorizing the administrator to sign necessary agreements for annual commercial property and liability insurance, pay the annual premium, dispensing with the second reading, and declaring an emergency. You've heard the first reading. May I have a motion and a second to dispense with the second?
So moved. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yeah.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
Okay. We have dispensed with the second reading. May I have a motion and a second to pass the resolution?
So moved. Second. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
All right, resolution is
You
adopted.
need to do the emergency too.
Huh,
You also need to have someone declare the emergency,
okay. How do I do that?
just the same way you did with,
You say, well, make the same motion, just say,
yeah, I need a
we have to
motion to
declare an
declare an
emergency.
emergency.
Okay, so
We've passed it, but now someone needs to make a motion to declare an
ma-
emergency.
make a motion to pass the resolution?
Pass the resolution and
Pass.
declare an emergency.
Declare an emergency.
Okay, declare an emergency. I
Do we
did
have
not
a
see
motion?
that. To
I'll
invoke
second.
emergency clause to
Yes.
make the resolution effective immediately.
Correct.
Got it.
So moved. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
And by the way, there's a reason why the president of the trustees used to read these and he doesn't anymore. And that's 'cause
I thought all my highlighting and everything would
I
have me
can't.
lined up to go.
It's hard. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Alrighty. Okay, so we are on to, this is for a part of our NED program, not the tree part. This is a part of the gas lights in the Ridgewood neighborhood. And you'll be getting restored, updated gas lights as well as ones that needed fixing as well, which is Resolution 2247, authorizing the administrator to accept a proposal from Cincinnati Gas Light Company to upgrade, repair, and restore Ridgewood neighborhood street gas lights through the Neighborhood Economic Development Program, dispensing with the second reading and declaring an emergency. You have heard the first reading. May I have a motion and a second to dispense with the
So
second
moved.
reading?
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
Okay, we have dispensed with the second reading. May I have a motion and a second to pass the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
Okay.
And they choose that as their choice.
Yes.
Yes.
And every neighborhood that has a homeowners association gets a check for what they decided to do.
Yes, the HOs,
Okay.
they all voted, they got together and they voted
And
on
the
what
size
they
of the
wanted.
check for the
It's different.
product
Mhm.
depends on how many people live in that neighborhood.
Correct.
So it's fair.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. Yes, ma'am.
Just in case
And
somebody,
then do we have to
No,
declare
thank
an
you. I
emergency?
appreciate it.
Yeah.
The resolution is adopted. May I have a motion and a second to invoke the emergency clause to make the resolution effective immediately?
So moved. Do I hear a second?
second,
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
yes.
Alrighty, moving right along. This resolution is to replace our 2004 chipper that we have in the back. It was already a part of our budget this year. Resolution 2248, authorizing the purchase of one 2022 Brush Bandit
It's the
Intimidator
best name.
Intimidator chipper to replace the 2004 chipper for brush collection and recycling program, dispensing with the second reading and declaring an emergency. I have heard the first reading. May I have a motion and a second to dispense with the second reading?
So moved. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms.
Yes.
Hughes?
Okay. We have dispensed with the second reading. May I have a motion and a second to pass the resolution?
So moved. Do I hear a second?
second,
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
yes.
The resolution is adopted. May I have a motion and a second to invoke the emergency clause to make the resolution effective immediately?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
Alrighty. Resolution 2249 is in relation to our NED project that we have going on right now, and it is for the phase 1 of the tree program. And it is accepting a construction bid and awarding contract to Custom Landscape Contractors for NED, which is our Neighborhood Economic Development. Phase 1 street tree planting project, authorizing the administrator to enter into a contract with Custom Landscape Contractors, dispensing with the second reading and declaring an emergency.
So,
You have heard the first reading. May I have a motion and a second to dispense with the second reading?
so moved. Second. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
We have dispensed with the second reading. May I have a motion and a second to pass the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. May I have a motion and a second to invoke the emergency clause to make the resolution effective immediately?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
And before we
Go
move
ahead.
on, can I mention the trees?
Absolutely. I was going to say something. You go first.
No, you go first.
No, you
if you're
go
prepared
first.
to say something.
No, I'm not. You go first.
Because I'll probably get it wrong.
You're okay.
I think it's 319 trees. We're doubling the amount of trees in Columbia Township.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're doing a lot of road work, and unfortunately, we have to remove some of the trees. But
Mm-hmm.
doubling the amount of trees in Columbia Township is something everybody would agree with. I love this program.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be beautiful. And Jerry is just a rock star.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the specificity he is putting with the trees that are built for this region, built for the area that they're going to be planted in, and it is. This will be public information. The kind of when it's finalized, the overlay
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
of the trees and where they're going. It's beautiful. So I'm really proud of this.
So everybody's going to be getting one of these pretty soon in their mailbox. That was a part of the street tree program, and it just kind of.
Move up to the camera.
Sorry. And it just kind of gives, a plan, the streets that are getting the trees, the schedule, just,
Perfect.
facts about, we're all learning about trees that more than we ever thought we would know. And then a nice note from Jerry on the back, which we have been very, very lucky to have Jerry on this. We couldn't have dreamt up a better person to help us with this program, because you can tell he really does care, and he puts in a lot of work,
And many neighbors have told me they've seen Jerry and they've had a conversation
Yeah.
with him, and he is so helpful in so many ways. He's really
Absolutely.
a part of the team.
Absolutely. And he doesn't, he's give him my phone number, let him call me, let him text me, I'll come over, I'll look at it. So yeah, he's, like I said, he's been phenomenal.
Okay.
I agree with that. Yeah, thank you, Jerry. Okay, so I believe that's all the emergency resolutions. We got through that. Thank you, Caroline, for that assist at the beginning. So I'm just gonna read this to you, which we will pass this at the next meeting. It's Resolution 2250, which is adopting American Rescue Plan Act funds, standard allowance for revenue loss, and authorizing expenditure and dispensing with the second reading. This is the second stimulus after CARES, and it's a form where we're required to pass that just stating what we will use the ARPA funds for, and we have to use them throughout the community, within our community. So I read the first reading, and the second reading will be voted on at next month's meeting.
Okay. You passed the audition, and it's great. Sometimes you sit in that chair, sometimes
I'm
you sit in this chair.
This one's a little hotter over here.
All right, I make a motion to approve the payment of bills, bank reconciliation, and financial reports. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
And then I make a motion for the signing of the minutes and resolutions. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
And I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Lamar?
Yes.
Mr. Kubicki?
Yes.
Ms. Hughes?
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. That was efficient.
Thanks, Lauren.